Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target. We are just one day away from the second test match between India and Australia in Delhi, and we will be previewing that. Plenty of cricket to discuss. The Women's World Cup is going on. The Pakistan Super League is going on as well. We will be discussing that. There's a bit of news also fresh off the press. We'll get to that. So the run order today, we're going to look at the news going around. We're going to look at the predicted 11s, and we are also going to talk about the captain strategies if things are going to change. We'll talk about the pitch as well. It looks like it's going to be a Turner again, but whoever has joined us, make sure you like and subscribe, send in your comments and questions. We always appreciate it. And yeah, really looking forward to the test match. The press conferences happened today as well. Pujara is going to play his 100th test match, so that's big news from India's point of view. And from Australia's point of view, they might play a third spinner, whether that's Swepson's replacement, I think Koolman, or Ashin Agar, only time will tell. Even if Stark is fit, they might play Cameron Green and three spinners. That's what the news is right now. But yeah, let's get into our first segment of the day that is fresh off the press. So from the on the field, like I mentioned, Pujara came in the press conference for India. For Australia, it was Mitchell Stark, and yeah, just Pujara was looking forward to his 100th Test match. It's a big achievement for any cricketer, especially an Indian player in such a competitive nature to get to 100 Tests. That's massive for him. So he's looking forward to that. He's mentioned, that he is excited, and he did play a loose shot in the last game, where he'll definitely look to rectify it. He'll like to play his natural game now and score some big runs for India. I think it's Pujara has been a very, very good vital cog for India, especially in away test matches. But there has been criticism along the way, like that he consumes too many deliveries, that he doesn't rotate the strike, he puts pressure on the other batters. But the way he is, you've seen in big series wins, he's played a huge role. Whether that's at the Gabba or even the first time India beat Australia, it was Pujara who stood there, took body blows and made sure that he made it easier, took the shine off the ball and made it easier for the batsman coming in. I'm looking forward to his test match. There's also off the field news that we will discuss. I'm just waiting for my co-host. When he joins, we will discuss that, because that's really hot off the press. It just happened a few hours ago, and there he is. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I was watching the Afghanistan match. So that was going on. So yeah, I'm just got late. But yeah, Prithvi Shaw in the news again for the wrong reasons. अरे पृथ्वी शॉ के पीछे का boy आ गया.
Prithvi Shaw is in the news again.
News, but for the wrong reasons, and just shocking. A little bit annoying as well. That video, I saw it like 2-3 times. I got annoyed by that guy's voice. मैं गला काट लूंगा, ये कर लूंगा, क्या बोल रहा था.
It's like an assault, man. And the thing is, basically the story here is that उन लोग photo के लिए पूछे, he obliged the first time. Then second time the same group came and asked for another photo, and then he said मैं खाने के लिए आया, and I'm not going to take the photo. And then next thing you know, there was baseball bats and people outside waiting for him to come out. When he came out, they went to attack him. And the clip that we saw, Prithvi was trying to remove the camera.
And it was conveniently cut. I think the shot, if you see, it started off with him holding the bat like Baga, and then he started shouting like randomly, and it looked so random that why was he shouting? Because there might have been something prior to that, and you could see that was completely like a reaction, right, to what he was. मेरे को तो sugar cane का वो लगा पहले, मेरा गन्ने का कहाँ से दिख रहा फिर. So then you told me like a baseball bat. I'm like,
Baseball bat.
baseball bat कहाँ से आ गया भाई? इंडिया में क्रिकेटर को
Yeah.
baseball bat से मारे तो obviously फिरेंगे नहीं. cricket bat से मारो दमे तो.
I also want to welcome to the show our very special guest, who's really pissed off since yesterday, and that's what
Why
he
am I
said.
pissed off?
He told me he's pissed off, but he's
I'm pissed
smiling.
off at you. I was pissed off at you, not on anything else.
Yeah, I thought.
But I am
I-
smiling. I'm smiling. A great result yesterday in footballing terms. Absolutely amazing. You know, I filled my night with
Yep.
AFTV content. I was very happy. I'm a sadistic guy,
Yeah.
Vinay, so I get derive pleasure from other people's losses. So how are you doing, sir?
I'm really happy. I'm so happy. I was so ecstatic, especially after yesterday's loss that Arsenal had. My
happened?
You can't
favorite
talk about
nemesis.
you can't talk about anything against Arsenal. Arsenal with a good side.
What
Long live
happened?
the boss.
Can you ask our boss who's top of the league? What's happening, man? I don't understand. Oh, dear.
Boss said
बहुत
that
हवा बहुत हवा में चल रहा था
you
कोई
have to be humble.
बहुत
You have to
हवा
be
में चल रहा था कोई. Finally, they had to be brought down.
But yeah, back to the cricket, Vinay. Like we are in the fresh of the press section, which is your favorite section. We will get to the on the field stuff, but off the field, the Prithvi Shaw incident. Did you see what happened?
I saw the clip that was shared, just a small bit where he's
I
standing on
sent
the
it. Yeah,
road,
that's
and
the one. That's the
yeah,
one. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't see the full thing, so I don't know the full
I
background
don't think
story to
it's the full
comment on
thing.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think it's the full thing. Like we don't have
yeah,
full video of
I
it.
don't know the full background
no,
story of it, so
there
I
is
don't want
no
to
full
comment.
video as of now because that was taken from the person who was shouting. उसका जो दोस्त था, apparently her name was some Gill. I hope no relation to Shobhan, but Sonam Gill or something like that is that बच्ची's name who was shouting. वो
Instagram
एक नाम
model, right?
था भाई, and yeah, some chick, man. And yeah, it was just sad to see. It looked like he was minding his own business and standing in the side. He was, I think, waiting for someone. Yeah, he was waiting for a car
His
rather.
friend,
But then suddenly
they were waiting for the car.
it cuts to the point where he's holding the bat and yeah, Sapna Gill, not yeah, sorry Chirag bhai, Sapna Gill. But Sapna Gill आप पृथ्वी के सपनों में आएंगे because the next footage that you see, it's so conveniently cut कि it's like him holding the bat. पहले जब आप देखो, like Prithvi Shaw was standing on the right hand side, barricade था बीच में, he was like around, there were also I think certain police personnel also with him, and then it cut to a point where this guy is holding the bat and he's shouting, okay, he's shouting something, and then
His
he just with the
in the
camera because obviously
in the FIR that he filed in there, in the alleged complaint is that she said that give me 50,000, otherwise मैं फंसा दूंगी case में. So that's what was also written in
oh
the
my
thing.
god, so that is so evident this person's niyat yaar, ye
But
sab
whatever
na.
it is, it's just sad that these things are happening, man. Just let people be. Like, okay, photo nahi diya to you have to also understand the other side of it, man. You're going for like a
भाई
This is
first time
Mumbai,
तो
man. This is
उन्हें
Mumbai.
first
This
time
is what
करा
happens in
उन्हें
Mumbai.
but you know what the cool thing is, Vinay? Not the cool thing. The funny thing is that people in Bombay say that भाई celebrities दिखते रहते हैं, हम लोग तो नहीं देखते. Like फिरते रहते रोज, we're not interested. But they're only interested. They go and ask for the photos. Everybody asks for the photos.
no,
So-
and the
You know,
second thing
we have a friend in our group itself who does the same thing. So why do you have to go outside?
But Vinay, I'm like that. I will go and ask for a photo. If he says no, that's it. They go to you stop right there. You ask politely once. There's nothing to feel bad. Like you ask the photo once.
the thing is, देखो, it's not about feeling bad, भाई. उन्हें पहले तो अपना he gave 2 photos, he gave 2 selfies, and he said
But it
that
is
आप
fast. For example,
आठ लोगों को लेके आ रहे हैं.
if it's a cricketer, famous guy, you go to him and he says no, you will feel a bit bad, but then you just move on.
But he
That's all
obliged.
it is.
See, you have to understand that he obliged 2 times. आप 2 बार बोले चलो ठीक है भाई, अब नहीं हो रहा. You have to understand he's in a space with his friends. दोस्तों की गाड़ी भी थी.
Yeah,
Is
I
what is
agree.
reported, right? So there is a personal time as well. आप 2 फोटो ले लो, आप भाई एडिट करके मुंडिया काट के डाल दो, दूसरों के चल जाता. But like I get from a fan's perspective, but look at the situation, look at the time, and I guess came from a club at 12 o'clock in the night or something, whatever the time was. And आप
It's a
जाकर उसके
restaurant, it's a restaurant, 5-star
दोस्तों की गाड़ी, हाँ, दोस्तों की गाड़ी पे आप अटैक कर दे रहे हैं and stuff like that. So I mean he's going to get more agitated कि भाई आप दोस्त की गाड़ी खराब करें, पहले उसका बिल भरो, फिर आपको 50,000 रुपए भी दो, फिर आपको फोटो भी दो. So from Prithvi Shaw's thing, I understand it. It's not like he did something major. I'm pretty sure he'll come out with no thing. Chirag bhai said should have used cricket bag. मैं वही बोल रहा था कि भाई बेसबॉल का खिलाड़ी नहीं और भी फिर गई होगी क्या क्रिकेट बैट यूज करना था उन्हें, वहीं अपना सिर घुसा लेता था बॉल के से.
They smashed
But
the
yeah,
window, the windshield and stuff as well of his friend's car. So that
yeah,
was, yeah, thing. But yeah, anyways, on to the cricket. The Australian women, Vinay, are 59 for 0 and 8.2, chasing 113. But again,
yeah,
it looks
pretty
like a
easy.
win is on the cards, and I'm sorry for your loss in advance, but
Why you're sorry?
it
There is no loss in
looks
advance
like
for me.
it's gonna be between Sri Lanka versus it's gonna be Sri Lanka versus South Africa for that semi-final spot. It looks like it,
So
and also the
again,
Karachi.
why should I be concerned?
No, I'm concerned for you and for myself, and also
No, you're not.
the Karachi versus thing Islamabad. Karachi got to a decent start, 117 for 3 when I last checked. Hyder Ali got to a 50. He's a very good talent in PSL, not proven yet for Pakistan, but he's in PSL. He does well. And UAE 101 for 3 as well. I'm getting accused right over here. So Eli, you met once. You didn't take a pic thinking कि Victoria's Secret के बाहर है तो हरा हो जाएगा. I remember. No, I didn't take a picture or anything like that. But like I didn't want to disturb him. But I'm saying it's okay to ask
और
for a
और
photo.
एक और रीजन ये होगा कि भाई ऋषभ पंत को अगर आप पीछे विक्टोरिया सीक्रेट देखो तो अजीब हो जाएगा ना, उन्हें भी शर्म में
No,
आ
no,
जाएगा.
because he was there with family and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that's my thing. But if I went and asked for a photo, it's nothing wrong. But if he says no, that's it. I don't feel bad. I move on. If he says yes, take
yeah,
the photo. I didn't ask. That's my thing. But if I did ask, there's nothing wrong in it. मगर आपका reaction वो नहीं होना चाहिए. We don't know the whole story. क्या पता कॉफ सिरप
कुछ भी ले लो भाई, कुछ भी ले लो चिराग भाई, कॉफ सिरप ले लो, कुछ भी ले लो, बट यार बंदे को थोड़े तो लाइक सांस लेने की जगह दे दो यार. आप लाइक उसके फोटो मांग रहे हो, वो एक तो वो वीडियो में उसकी आवाज जो है वो पुट्टे की पुट्टी से ज्यादा, बच्ची की आवाज से ज्यादा बच्चे की आवाज है. वही हम गला काट के रख दूंगा, सुसाइड करने चले आ रहे हो तो just because
wrong
eating your.
place at the wrong time, this guy. And Ashish always says, why isn't he in the team? And unfortunately, he's at the wrong place at the right time. We don't know if at the wrong time. We don't know if it's his fault. I don't think it's his fault at all. But like,
I mean, wrong place at the wrong time तो नहीं बोल सकते भाई. खाना खाने गया था, क्या like what बंदा खाना नहीं खाएगा तो क्या करेगा भाई. तो at least he's getting picked on the squad,
no,
not
no,
played.
not.
At
I'm not
least
talking about the restaurant. I'm talking about outside the restaurant. That was the
wherever
wrong
it is,
place.
I
फैज
mean, he
भाई,
will be standing for his
फैज
car.
भाई
He
आप
will be
ऑडिशन
standing
कर रहे क्या?
for
फैज भाई
his
ऑडिशन
car.
कर रहे क्या आप?
काय का audition?
पृथ्वी शॉ के मैनेजर का या कुछ का इतना
अरे भाई
बोले जा रहे
ऑडिशन है. देखो
Oh.
अब अपन अगर अगर अपन नहीं समझेंगे तो कौन सोचेंगे भाई अपने प्लेयरों के लिए
No, but Faiz,
कल
I'm
को
not saying
आप
that he's
मशहूर हो
wrong.
कल.
Faiz, I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm just saying he's not the wrong
I'm
place
not
at the
saying
wrong time.
I'm not saying you're saying he's wrong. I'm saying that you said that he was there at the wrong time at the wrong place. But my only point is like, what will his right place be then? I mean, अगर बंदा बाहर खड़ा भी नहीं रह सकता रोड पे without like saying no to a service, that's stupid, right? I mean, you think it from that aspect. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
मेरा वोट आपके लिए.
यार भाई काम का तो नहीं है वोट, लेकिन फिर भी.
And also, it's Pujara's 100 Test match. You're excited. There's been a lot of criticism. There's been a lot of praise for this man. He's had a lot of ups and downs, but it's a lot of away series, particularly the two in Australia. He's done a solid job for India. Taking the shine off the new ball. But yeah, it's a big achievement. He's going to be playing this game in Delhi, 100 Test match. I'm sure his family will be there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was the perfect replacement for Rahul Dravid when Rahul Dravid retired. So Pujara took that place and he's owned it since then. Like, I know there were talks about removing him and stuff, but he's owned that place. There was no one better in that place where Pujara has been batting. And I think it's a remarkable achievement for him and his family. And probably, I don't think anyone in the next generation is ever going to replicate what Pujara or Dravid have done in their Test match careers, and it's going to be a wait and watch who's going to replace at a point when Pujara actually retires and stuff. So it's a remarkable achievement for playing 100 Test matches, and hopefully we see him playing for a longer time.
Yeah, and Faiz, Shreyas Iyer was fielding today and doing the fielding drills and batted in the nets, and he's looking sharp right now. And it looks like he's going to be in the 11 for Surya Kumar Yadav. So you're looking forward to Shreyas, who had a really good series against Bangladesh, and
100% looking
it's
forward
more
to
to
Shreyas.
think about for Australia.
Yeah, 100%, and he adds pressure in that middle order who can carry the fort, in case the top four that have been failing apart from like Rohit Sharma in the last test. Pujara not that great in India right now. In the last 2 years, he's not been that great, very honestly. And abroad, he's been phenomenal. But in India, if you look at his performances apart from, like, I think in Chennai he hit 170. There's not been much from Pujara's end, so I mean he really has to step his game up. And that's where Shreyas Iyer comes in, where Surya doesn't have. Surya has ferocity, but playing a long innings that could hold the fort at is not yet in Surya's profile. So mere hisab se Shreyas Iyer will walk in, and it's always going to be a good contest to see what he does.
Yes, Chirag bhai saying KL Rahul Vinay bhai. We will get to that in our predicted 11s. DC Capitals के player का time खराब चल रहा है, and I think Pakistan women scoring 100. Pakistan performing well, better than last time. They performed well in the India game as well, and then yeah, it was Muniba who scored the 100, right? First 100. For Pakistan women in a T20 World Cup, and the first 100 of the World Cup this year. Very, very good innings, excellent innings. And Pakistan is a much more improved side. They gave India a tough time as well. They have some, good all-rounders there, some experienced players, and some young players. Aisha Naseem is there as well that I mentioned, but some good experience to mix with that. So yeah, they're doing pretty well. From that side of things, and also from the news from Australia's point of view, Vinay Mitchell-Starc came into the press conference and they're asking about the combinations and stuff. He didn't really mention anything, but from the reports, it's looking that if Cameron Green and Stark are both fit, maybe Green will play and they'll play an extra spinner. And that's either Ashton Agar or Swepson's replacement. I think his name is Koeman. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, he's also left arm orthodox. So how do you see Australia lining up tomorrow?
I think more than Agar, they might bring in the new guy, Michael Koeman or someone. Yeah, that guy. Apparently, he's much more like someone like a Jadeja, who can bowl, and they're trying to bring him in to get that left arm pace. And I think they're not trusting Ashton Agar on these pitches, so he might be coming in for Australia this game.
Yeah, and first, do you think Kuldeep Yadav will get a game either in place of Shami or in place of Siraj or in place of Akshar Patel? There was talk that, because Akshar Patel didn't pick up wickets, they might try Kuldeep, but Akshar did perform with the bat. He will assure there is batting. So do you feel there's any scope for Kuldeep Bhai to get into the team for tomorrow's game?
No, I don't see that happening because of what, like, first Akshar did with the bat. It was saving our, potentially ourselves after Jadeja departed, adding those extra 30-40 runs after Jadeja went, going on to, giving us a good total and a defendable total. And then we know what Akshar can do. Maybe in Nagpur, he was not that threatening, but he has, almost the same kind of deliveries as Jadeja does. And I think he will be the more key factor. I don't see leg spin, playing a major role when you compare it to what the off spinners are bringing. So I don't see that. Only one change, probably Shreyas Iyer will come in for Surya Kumar. So yeah, it doesn't look too good for Kuldeep Bhai, but you never know with Rohit Sharma and his last minute decisions. But as of now, this is what it looks like.
We'll go into our fantasy picks, but before that, there was another game early in the morning, England versus New Zealand, and baseball is well and truly alive, man. They completely smashed it on a green top. Nahin sun rahe look, Harry Brook, my man. Did you see the back-to-back boundaries he hit? Sadi, that talk, Sida 6. Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But more than that, even like Ben Duckett's innings was phenomenal, man. Like the shots he played, bro. Like this guy's offside.
But I'm a Sunrisers fan, so I'm always going to put Harry Brook.
I'm a left-hander, so I can understand. So like, but man,
yeah,
that guy's innings, if you want to see his,
he got.
Don't talk about your fantasies here, no? Like, why are you talking about those? Like left-hander. like नहीं बोलने का ये सब चीजें.
No one even went there when I don't know what you're thinking. What show you're on right now? I don't know. But we're talking about
he got to 50 of like around 35 balls, right, Fez? And yeah, man,
he was playing at a quick pace, bro, and उन्हें धार मार रहा था. Initial 8 overs तक कुछ जबरदस्त swing हो रहा था ball. उसके बाद I think the swing also sort of calmed down, and the momentum picked up with Ben Duckett, and he was smashing it, man, throughout the park. Yes, Harry Brook played amazing, no doubt. The way he got out was sad. Inside edge and onto the pads and hit the wicket, but
the two boundaries he hit, Sadi, were sensational, man. It's just unbelievable the way.
And he was targeting your favorite gully and third man area. If you look,
he hit that also, upper se, but like the straight jo mara one, he was saying the second ball that he was looking to pull it, but then he just saw it in the arc and his, hit it straight over.
Straight rakha kha,
yeah, and then they declared on top of that, Vinay, man, Baz ball, huh?
I was just gonna talk about that 326 declared.
Yeah.
Yeah, 326 for 9 declared. Like last wicket के लिए लोग जाना देते इधर 450 तक पहुंचने के लिए 400 पहुंचने के लिए ये 326 पे बोल्डली retire कर रहे like सबको and stuff. So it's a great sign for Test cricket. I think it's a new dimension of Test cricket that they're bringing, and they're being successful. So they want to play that aggressive cricket. That's their team mentality right now, and they're definitely doing well in that mentality. And if everyone's even, I was surprised, like a player like Joe Root trying a reverse shot
That was
on
stupid.
fast bowlers and stuff. Yes, it was stupid, but I think that's the template that England has set right now, and everyone's trying to like go into that package that has been
I
set
loved
out
it.
for them,
I loved it.
right?
He executed one. It went for
I
four.
mean,
Then
Yeah.
he tried another one and got out.
No,
I
but that's not his
absolutely loved
natural game, right?
I know
It's
that, but I loved it. He's buying into the idea. Like I
exactly.
understand. I
Yeah.
understand. Like from a proper cricketing perspective, it's a rubbish shot. But it's just he's buying into his captain's idea, and this guy's a former captain. He's taking the ego out of it. So just that, like what you're saying, I completely agree, and I actually like that. I respect that.
Yeah,
That he's not his.
I like it from a
Oh
viewer
yeah,
perspective. I definitely like it, but at the same point,
so
like
the root
this
ka
is this is like a former number one test player who's defined for his testing abilities and stuff, and then him playing these kind of shots. Yeah, it's definitely the new template that they're going with, but I think some people need to stop experimenting too much and play their own game at certain point. So I feel that's what Joe Root shouldn't lose, and hopefully he just sticks to what his strength also is.
yeah. But it's
Mm.
exciting to watch him.
You
So like
like it, but you
Yeah,
don't like it. When he likes it, but he doesn't like it. That's one
I
thing.
love it.
from a
Like
viewer perspective,
I
yes,
would
I
say, see,
like
I
it.
would
From
say,
a cricketing standpoint, no, I don't.
मेरे हिसाब से देखो भाई अगर like he was getting a little frustrated as well, he was not finding slow चल रहा था और he should be used to that, but then वो आप फील्डर रख के आप वो शॉट अटेम्प्ट करे and it was on a fast bowler जो ज्यादा वेट डाल दिया वैगनर and आप जाके सीधा उसके हाथ में दे दिए.
it's because
You
he
could have probably
executed
up
it.
50 because he's not been performing. My only thing, he's not been performing for quite
No,
some
he
time. And given his record and stuff in Test cricket, थोड़ा बहुत मेरे को लग रहा था कि he would probably be able to score a bit more runs. हाँ 50-60 और मार लिया आप एक century, maybe century बहुत far fetched होगा given the circumstances. But एक 50 आप या get a few runs under your belt and then probably go for something like that. But fair enough. I mean, if you're buying into the idea of baseball, it's good. But from like people what they expect, like Anshul bhai was saying 12,000 runs मुश्किल लग रहे हैं. I mean मुश्किल तो नहीं. If he comes back in his rhythm, he can smash it. But you won't expect that from a Joe
the
Root
thing
type of player.
there's two things to this. One thing is like he executed it just a few balls before in his innings and it worked out, so maybe he got the confidence from there. Second thing, Joe Root was in the form of his life. He was scoring double hundreds in India, he was scoring hundreds in Sri Lanka, he was scoring hundreds in West Indies and England and everything, but they were not winning series, and at the end of the day what happened, he got sacked. So right now he's like, listen, individual records bhaad mein jao, I want to do it for the team, and I'm going to take these risks because he scored these big massive runs, like, but it did not help England. So I think that's why he's bought into this, and it's good. I understand ki, no, like proper traditional Test cricket watchers won't like what he did. I love it though. There's just a different perspective.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
mean, it's something different to see from a like basically it's like seeing a serious actor do a comic role, right? Like something like that. I mean, we like Akshay Kumar for Khiladi also, but we like him also for his comic thing, something like that. But it's just like get some runs and get your form back rather than ये चीला बाद के भी है, well आप अपना head straight कर लो.
Well, he's
Press
got
plus.
runs right in the past. That's why, like,
Yeah, but like it's been quite a long time since we've seen something from him as well, right? So I mean, I'm
yeah,
just saying, it's just my way of looking at things. I mean, your way is also right. I mean, given the circumstance of Ben Stokes and his team, he wants them to play like this, and fair enough. आप खेलो भाई, आप मौज करो. Press Trust India is reporting that India Asia Cup matches will happen. Oh, Musa bhai, and rest will play in Pakistan. And if India make the final, then it will happen in the UAE. ये दो कंट्रीज के वजह से सबकी लग जा रही है यार, like seriously in cricket team.
only
India,
India matches will be in UAE. It's saying.
yeah, and Pakistan they will play in Pakistan. I mean, but is this like 100% or like
No,
I don't
this
know.
is just the reports right now. So let's see
खबर
what happens.
खबर
हाँ,
ताजा
because Bahrain,
Your defense is in trouble and Katya's in the room.
Bahrain.
Vinay, let's go into fantasy tips and chips. You ready?
Yep.
हाँ जी सर, विनय बताइए आपके कौन है 2 पिक्स, एक इंडिया से एक ऑस्ट्रेलिया
Yeah.
से।
India say I'm gonna pick Mr. Virat Kohli in home conditions,
Aye, aye.
Vinny,
and
you and Virat Kohli are from the same city, huh? Crazy.
yeah, yeah, we play.
Yeah, 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 ऐसा बड़े sleepovers होते थे. Yeah. चड्डी बड्डी. Yeah.
I played one game in the same team as well with Virat Kohli.
I
By
didn't
the way,
know
क्या बात है.
that.
क्या
That's
बात
breaking
है.
news.
yeah.
Vinny, bolo.
But
I shared in the same toilet. Virat Kohli probably shared in ITC maybe
नहीं
sometime. I don't
बस
know.
बस तभी बोला अपने फैंटेसीज आज अपने पास ही रखो.
Fantasy नहीं. That's like kinky, bro. Like if you have fantasy, what?
Exactly. आज बहुत किंकी हो रहे तुम आज.
Bolo, Vinny.
From Australia, I would pick Murphy again.
Todd Murphy. Okay,
Murphy?
and I'll say one
Murphy?
thing, Vinay, like you, I remember I've always maintained that you're 50% right and wrong. Okay, always. So what you did say that Lion is not going to pick more than 10 wickets. Right now, you're on track for that. So I've remembered what you said. So, but if he does pick up like a fifer, then I'll be back for you. But the analysis that you did about Lion was very accurate, and kudos, because I wasn't really buying into it. But then I did more research, more reading, and after what I saw, then I realized what you were saying. I understood. So good call over there. And yeah, going with Todd Murphy is man informed. But yeah, you told me Swapsen is going to play, but yeah, Todd Murphy, no one knew
Yeah,
that.
I didn't know about Todd Murphy that much, to be honest, so I didn't pick him. Swepson was preferred in the subcontinent conditions in the previous series and stuff when they played in Sri Lanka, when they played in Pakistan and stuff. So that's why I picked Swepson over Murphy. I didn't know much about Murphy, and
Hmm.
he came in and he bowled splendidly. Yeah.
Affairs, your 2 picks.
I am going with KL Rahul.
Bhai, पकड़ो तुम, भाई, पकड़ो.
I
तुम्हारा
am going with
लकी
KL
मारा.
Rahul. I am
ये
going with KL
क्या
Rahul because you
बोलते
guys keep telling Chirag Bhai near with KL Rahul to I don't know his comment just came first ball luck tomorrow, but I am going with KL Rahul because this is my last chance that I'm going to give him. And yeah, so KL Rahul for me, and from Australia I'm going to go with Steve Smith. I think the only guy who stood up probably to India in a very like one-legged attempt that he had, Bichara. But yeah, I'll go with Steve Smith and
You can't be
KL
serious
Rahul.
that you went with KL Rahul. You can't be.
Bro,
You don't want him in the team. You don't want
I
him in
don't
the
want
team.
him, but if he comes tomorrow and he doesn't perform tomorrow, there's like a little bit of evil intention also in this. I'll be very honest. Okay, if he fails, then I will like because
You're
मेरे को
supporting him
fantasy
or
में
no?
मिल रहा.
You're supporting him
Yeah, I'm
tomorrow.
supporting. Of course, like you said, if he's in the team, he's in the support as well. So yeah,
It's not his fault if he's in the team anymore. It's
yeah.
the
I'm not saying anything. I just said I'm support. I stand with Rahul.
so
Musti, remember when we used to do drafts and stuff? I picked up wildest of picks, number two pick, Cam Green at that point.
yeah.
You remember that game?
Huh?
You remember that game when I
Yeah,
picked Cam Green and how he
yeah,
performed?
yeah. I used to bowl 1 over and then go back.
But then he scored a 50 or something and
Long
he
time
picked
after.
up.
A long time. You picked him 5, 6 times and then he performed the fifth or sixth time.
ये लो भाई स्कोर कार्ड उसका कहते हैं. Oh my god, चिराग भाई मेरा फैंटेसी पे गया तो करो. So they
पुजा
will. Okay.
पुजारा दोनों इनिंग्स में 100 मार दे, 100 टेस्ट में 3 बैट्समैन हो जाएगा रिकॉर्ड में. तो क्या 3
One
बैट्समैन हो?
thing, one thing about Delhi conditions, I don't know if it's still foggy and stuff. It does get foggy in the morning and stuff, especially
Yeah.
around this time of the year. So we might see some less number of overs actually happening and stuff. So that could be a possibility.
Also, the pitch, Vinay, it looks like it's going to turn again, but Delhi is conducive to bounce as well, not just turn. We saw Anil Kumble, picking up 10 at
Become the 10 wickets and stuff. So yes,
with the,
it's that pitch has completely changed in the recent years. It used to give more bounce and stuff. I think now it's dependent. Like certain times it stays low. Uh, Delhi also has been dug points in the past and stuff where they have had underprepared pitches and stuff also. So it'll be interesting to see how this pitch plays in this time.
yeah, Kohli and Stark, Ibrahim Bhai is saying. Yeah, I last time I picked Ashwin, and I was thinking should I go Jadeja this time, but I'll go Ashwin again because
Why
this
not?
guy is as the series progresses, he'll become more and more dangerous. I feel. So I'll go Ashwin. You can go either way, man. Just go Ashwin or Jadeja. Jadeja is probably a better pick because he'll provide with the back.
देखो मिडिल आ जाएगा.
Yeah, Jadeja is also a better pick, but yeah,
I
Ashwin
was
and
actually I was actually very impressed with Ashwin's batting last game.
yeah,
Like even
Yeah,
though
yeah.
he
both
came as
started
a
Batting,
coming.
night
Huh?
watch,
yeah.
he came as a
But he
night
wanted to come.
watchman.
He wanted to
Yeah,
come
he
as
came
well.
as a night watchman. I think he's gained too much confidence in his batting nowadays compared to previous years. I think the way he promoted himself in Rajasthan Royals as well, he used to come in and even that time the retire out and everything like he did. I think he has too much confidence in his game, which is very good for Indian cricket, and that's why he's performing really well and he's grown in stature in his batsmanship as well.
Yeah, that performance in was it Adelaide? No, Sydney. Remember Sydney with that partnership with Vihari? That was outstanding,
Yeah.
man. The way he
Oh
batted in
man.
that.
Like I think he was better than any of the other actual batsmen that batted in that
Yeah,
game and stuff.
temperament was fabulous. And Australia
Yeah.
pick, I'll go Nathan Lyon again. So yeah, I believe in him. गैबा का बदला लेना है
ना ले यहाँ पे.
यहाँ पे लेंगे ऑस्ट्रेलिया वो तो अहमदाबाद में लेंगे अगर लेना है तो because that's the last test
Uh,
match. Thoughts on Kuldeep Yadav?
Ahmedabadi is fortress at this point for India. Delhi is not so.
Yeah. Thoughts on Kuldeep Yadav? I think he should be in the team. I would like to see him in place of Aksar. I understand that Aksar with the bat will provide, but now that Ashwin is there, Jadeja is there, I just feel that Kuldeep can come and rip up the Australian attack batting lineup, and he can pick up a 5 for 6 for, or you can bring him in for Shami or Siraj also. And nothing against them. It's just that I'd like to see Kuldeep Yadav as your wicket taker in that team.
Mostly, I'll disagree on that. The reason is
Hmm.
at this point, for me,
Hmm.
this current Indian setup that we have, I have lesser confidence in Kohli, Pujara, and Rahul than I have in Jadeja, Akshar, and Ashwin batting.
Yeah.
To be
So on
honest,
batting abilities, you're saying that you
right?
need to have Aksar in the team.
Yeah, you need to have because at this point, Kohli, Rahul, and Pujara, like we have seen that they haven't scored a lot of runs and stuff, and that does put pressure. And when you have someone like Jadeja, Akshar, and Ashwin in the like later part of your batting, I think the confidence and any team gets that they can score these many runs is very vital, especially since the top order is failing a little bit. So I think those three need to play, especially from a batting perspective.
Fair
Yeah, I
enough.
mean, Mustafa ka to point hai, like, but if you drop Siraj and Shami, it could be a possibility because they didn't bowl a lot of overs, so you never
Yeah,
know. But I think वही है conventionally अगर गए तो baseman भी रहना जरूरी है because the first two wickets that we got of Usman Khwaja and Warner was also from the pace attack. So I guess
Yeah.
yeah.
it's a little bit hard, and yeah, Shreyas is probably the only change that I'm seeing unless we get up in the morning and see something very different. It doesn't look that much.
No, look, there's another possibility of a change which won't happen most likely, but it's that Shubman comes in for KL Rahul. If it doesn't happen in this test match, it'll happen in the next test match if Rahul
Yeah.
doesn't get more than 50 runs. It's there, and that is the thing. Like right now, he knows that he's towards the end of his chances in the current team because there's a batter right behind him who is scoring runs consistently in all formats, which was not the case before. So
Yeah.
this will be one of his last
But
chances.
but I think even if KL Rahul doesn't perform that much this test, given the way Rahul Dravid operates, I don't think he's gonna drop KL Rahul for the third test match. At least not for this series. At least not for this series. He's gonna drop. Maybe for the next series onwards, they might be looking at it.
I agree with that, but I don't think it's Rahul Dravid's call. I'll tell you why. Rahul Dravid wanted Shubman Gill, according to various reports. He wanted Shubman Gill in the middle order instead, but Rohit Sharma is the one who said, "Nahi, Surya
Yeah.
ko khilana hai." So that's why I'm thinking you might see Shubman Gill.
No, it's a
over.
big see from a team management perspective. It's a very big call dropping a vice captain and bringing in someone else at that point. So. He does
You say that.
he's a
You say
type of
that.
no he's a type of person who doesn't indulge in too many controversies and stuff. I'm talking from that perspective. I'm not talking from yes that he wants Shubman Gill in the middle order and stuff. I also read those same reports and stuff, but the thing is his personality is that way, and I think it'll be a very big call which will be a lot of scrutiny. As it is, he's under a lot of scrutiny at this point. So I think he's going to avoid that aspect. just according to me, and he might not drop KL Rahul this
For,
series.
for example, if he scores less than 10 in both innings, I don't see him
Yeah, he's
playing the
gone,
third
bro.
test.
He's gone.
See, I'm not
El
saying that
Rahul is
you are
gone.
wrong or anything. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything. I understand from where you're coming as well, but I'm talking about the mentality of what that team selection might be at that point.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Yes, Faz, you wanted to say something?
I'm just saying, कि भाई, if he doesn't perform, he's out of there. There's no question, man. Let
Yeah.
it be Dravid, let it be Chetan Sharma, drunk, giving certain, reports again. I don't care. He's out for anyone. I think it's going to be a high time. Bangladesh, he was captain, he didn't perform. Sri Lanka, he performed in just one match. New Zealand, and I'm talking about multiple formats, maybe, but the only thing is that he hadn't performed since T20 World Cup, and it's about time. He had a break in the middle as well. Self-taken break. He got his mind set, whatever, back. I don't see that coming. And Shubman Gill, the way
It's
he's on form, it's not fair at all that he gets to sit out. And I think if Rahul and Shubman Gill को आप एक उस पे तराश रहे, then 100% Shubman Gill walks in and he will get his chance if KL Rahul
so
doesn't
for
perform.
me, it's like comparing Louis Van Gaal versus Eric Ten Hag, right? Louis Van Gaal, if he was there as coach, then he would have picked KL Rahul, but if it was Eric, then he would have picked Shubman Gill.
Also, Shubman Gill, when he was the last time, India played a test series at home, was it against England? Whenever he did struggle right over there in the four
Yeah.
test matches and stuff, he was given a good chance there, and then he got injured, and that's why KL Rahul has gotten his opportunity. It all started in that series, that
And all
Ahmedabad
the
series.
other injuries also worked in his favor. Like I told you last time, everything is working in this guy's
Yeah,
favor.
but I,
He's
but,
got
but, but
enough
I
time.
think, but I think for me, straight up, like I hope that he performs. He does well. If he doesn't perform, he's out of the team. But it's no, you can't blame him anymore. Now, if he doesn't perform in this thing, I'm not going to blame him. It's the captain and the coach का like
Yeah.
उन लोगों का call है. आप उसको नहीं बोल सकते हैं कि भाई बिकॉज उसका नहीं है फॉर्म नहीं चल रहा आपके हाथ में पावर है उन्हें खुद तो नहीं खिला रहा अपने आप को वाइस कैप्टन है कैप्टन तो थोड़ी है उन्हें तो इट्स
Yeah.
सिंपल एज दैट फॉर मी केएल राहुल पर प्रेशर बहुत है बट बैक करो यार ही इज वन द गेम विद 60 odd runs Rahul is talented Gill is new he will get I agree with that statement
No one
100%
has a problem with this talent, यार. No one is gonna say कि भाई talent नहीं है, but talent will, talent कहीं दिखना ना है
which game
सात
is
आठ
he talking about the one where
भाई
they're chasing like 100
ODI,
and
ODI.
बढ़िया है
uh,
only.
नहीं, ODI में अभी रिसेंटली उसने जिताया ना,
हाँ, न्यूजीलैंड
मिडिल
का
ऑर्डर
जो
slow
मैच,
खेला था
हग के जो जिताया
स्लो
था
खेल
वही
के,
वाला.
हाँ.
And I think मेरे हिसाब से see Ashish, I don't have a doubt in his talent and I don't have a doubt in his ability. I've said it multiple times. This guy can be one of the best stroke players in India. Cover drive select, he has every stroke he has. But if you have a confidence issue, then you cannot go and keep playing and fake it till you make it because that doesn't work in a live match and stuff like that. You have to go into the Ranji format. You have to go into the nets and work your ass off and come back. And then you again, rise through the ranks. आपको मल्टीपल टाइम्स रैंक्स आपका हाईएस्ट रैंक रख के भी डिस्पाइट यू आर नॉट परफॉर्मिंग वी केप्ट यू इन द हाईएस्ट रैंक एंड यू आर स्टिल नॉट परफॉर्मिंग दैट मींस देयर इज एन इशू विद यू एंड वी आर नॉट सेइंग कि आपको दैट थिंग कि आपको आप नहीं बोल रहे खिलाओ वो स्टफ लाइक दैट bro. I get it, but as a viewer I'm just saying that we have no doubt in you, we love you, but it's time that you take some time away for yourself, go to the nets, बंद कमरे में बैठ के पढ़ो बोलते देखो वैसा बंद कमरे में बैठ के आप थोड़ा पढ़ाई करो ताकि एग्जाम के लिए आप वेल प्रिपेयर्ड हो. That's the only reason that I'm saying this. You keep telling me that he has talent, very good, then where is his talent since the last 8 months? He has a century in England, okay, but how many consistently? No, nothing. That's all I'm going to say.
there's a century in South Africa also
That's it, man. 1-1 is not going to get you a spot in the Indian cricket team at this
and
point when
he has in Australia
Rohit
also
Sharma and all of these guys are there.
And
Yeah.
he has a
वहाँ
199
वहाँ
in
जाके
England as well.
वहाँ जाके खेल लो. वहाँ जाके खेल लो. वहाँ जाके खेल लो.
ये तो
अरे
हम
हर जगह तो खेल लिया वो. हर जगह 100 मार लिया वो. तुम्हें अभी खिलाए.
यहाँ क्या मार रहा फिर?
नहीं मगर पर फैज
यहाँ कुछ और मार रहा.
जो नाराजगी है जो भी अपसेट है दैट शुड बी डायरेक्टेड टू रोहित शर्मा इट शुडंट बी डायरेक्टेड
Bro,
टू
मेरे को I don't have a problem. Listen, I don't have a problem. That's what
you
you're
have
not
to
getting. I
question your
don't care.
captain
I don't care if he's playing. See, I'll tell you one thing. None of us, if he's playing, I have an irritation that he's not playing well. And I get an irritation that he has this much talent and he's not performing himself.
So
right?
why aren't
I
you
feel
questioning
bad.
the captain?
I feel bad. See, now that I'm giving you a chance, at least prove yourself now. I'm not saying captain selection, that's secondary right now for me. What I'm
But
saying is
that
this
is the
guy.
primary.
नहीं नहीं आप समझ रहे नहीं मेरी बात आप समझो बात आप बाद में इंटरप्ट करो आप समझो बात what I'm trying to say over here is see this guy he has a talent in him he's not playing his cricket right I'm not saying drop in I'm just worried about this guy for now I'm worried about this guy I forget secondary the selection part but you can see it since a long time that he's not been able to come in his own mindset there's something clearly wrong with him either Vinay bhai has pointed out movement में issue है either is ठीक है आप खिला रहे बट वो खिलाने के टाइम भी बेचारा कुछ नहीं कर पा रहा सो just individually look at this guy he looks broken and then
So
secondary with all the selection thing and
but
stuff
how is
and
that
dropping him
secondary? If he's not performing, they're the ones who should not select him. They should say, "Why sit out?
correct
Why are you
but
playing somebody?" You just mentioned उन्हें डरावा लग रहा है, उसका नहीं पैर चल रहे, वो नहीं कर रहे,
exactly
तो
that's what I'm
क्यों
saying
खिला रहे हैं क्यों उसके
मुझे
लिए?
छोड़ो ना,
वही तो
छोड़ो, वो
the
भावुक हो
point
रहे, छोड़ो तुम।
the point to the point
खत्म करो बातें।
नहीं तो समझ रहे मेरी
point
बात? मैं
I
नहीं
know
बोल
मैं।
मैं
this
बोल
is
रहा हूँ
the
कि
point that you're saying talent out कर रहे हैं stuff
अच्छा
talent point out नहीं कर
फैज
रहे
भाई एक चीज बोले आप, एक चीज बोले, उसको वो बंद कमरे में जाके पढ़ना चाहिए। कोई खुश हो ना हो, उसकी मम्मी बड़ी खुश होगी। इंटरव्यू में बोला हो।
ये पढ़ लो कमेंट। पढ़ो यार।
बंद कमरे में सिर्फ स्टडी नहीं होता।
भाई
पैड के पीछे
उसमें
पैड
आशीष
रखना
उसमें भी फेल हो जाएगा वो
यार सिंपल बात है जो आप जो भी बोल रहे हैं उन्हें डरावा है ना ये है बंद कमरे में है ऑल दैट उसको कैप्टन और कोच ही कर रहे हैं ये सब उसको उसमें डाल रहे हैं भाई अगर नहीं चल रहा आप ड्रॉप कर दो योर फ्रस्ट्रेशन शुड बी टुवर्ड्स द मैनेजमेंट इट शुड बी टुवर्ड्स द गाय बिकॉज़
yeah but
द गाय
also like
इज इन अ रट
what the hate bro like what the hate मेरे को like see my only thing is bro if you're that talented तुम्हारे कितना खोल के चांस दे रहे हैं या वो मैनेजमेंट का आप देखो आपको मैं अगर बोलूंगा मैनेजमेंट का तो यू से लाइक यू गॉट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग एज अ क्रिकेटर आई एम जस्ट फीलिंग बैड फॉर दिस गाय दैट्स इट लाइक आई फील वेरी बैड दैट ही हैज दिस मच टैलेंट इज नॉट एबल टू डू एनीथिंग विद इट रोहित ने वन ईयर अब भाई रोहित शर्मा ओह माय गॉड ये तो आप ले लो भाई ये कमेंट आपका मैजेस्टी है
फाइन रोहित ने भी एक ईयर से नहीं मारा रन्स बट कोई ड्रॉप की
भाई
बात
रोहित
नहीं
शर्मा को मीडिया का देख
एक
लो
ईयर से
रिस्पॉन्स
वो
क्या
खेला भी नहीं, एक ईयर से
खेला
3
भी
टेस्ट मैच ही
नहीं।
खेला वो।
रोहित
और
शर्मा
मैं
खुद बात करे अपने आप को
और मैं आई वाज
3 टेस्ट मैच में, एक टेस्ट मैच में उसने मार दिया सब।
रोहित शर्मा अपने आप को ड्रॉप कर देते हैं उन्होंने नहीं सोचते इधर उधर लेकिन वही अब इसका इसका लास्ट है इसका लास्ट केएल राहुल का लाइक आई एम
मूविंग ऑन फ्रॉम केएल राहुल, और कोई प्लेयर है?
predicted
एक
11 winning any changes from India no
Just Shreyas Iyer coming in for Sky.
and Fez for you
या सेम ओनली अय्यर फॉर स्काई
नहीं
I
केएल
शुभमन गिल comes in for KL Rahul.
yeah I'm saying
आई
Shubman
होप
Gill
if he comes tomorrow live में मैं नंगा नाच दूंगा लाइव में अगर मैं करा तो but it's
I'm
not
going
gonna happen
to
you know that
the two changes I'd like to say Shuman Gill in for KL Rahul and Shreyas
Kuldeep
in for
Yadav.
Iyer and the third change is Kuldeep Yadav coming in as well for either Aksar or Afas
अपने चेंजेस ही भूल जाते तुम।
मगर मगर खेल रहा मैं तो सपोर्ट करूंगा भाई उसको मैं तो करूंगा उसको if he gets मैं बोल रहा हूँ बेचारे की अब गलती नहीं है अब
आशीष भाई जवाब मिल गया भाई
भाई रोहित ने तो ओडीआई वर्ल्ड कप में 5 सेंचुरी भी मारी है हमारे महापुरुष ने क्या किया अरे क्या सॉरी yeah that's the thing I mean you can't Rohit Sharma's on another level man he's a fine talent
What level is he?
but also there'll be a lot of eyes on Virat Kohli what do you guys think Virat Kohli bhi kafi test mein he's not been performing and I'm just saying that there will be questions raised obviously he has that
Yeah, whether he performs, he doesn't perform, there's always eyes on him. He's the big prized wicket. He is the
भाई लेकिन
he's
point
the
ये है कि he's not getting run in test
he's the guy who gets India the big bucks in terms of test watching and everything. So doesn't matter whether he performs or not. He's always going to be there.
केएल राहुल ये ना कह दिया फिर कि कोहली को भी ड्रॉप करो मेरे साथ yeah
वो तो बोल भी नहीं सकता
Virat Kohli is not in form in test matches that is true but I think in terms of pressure he won't be feeling it will be KL Rahul he's the one who's going to get the sack first Virat Kohli is at his home ground I think for him it's about contributing to the team getting and he doesn't look like he's off anymore before he looked like he was off Virat Kohli before the Asia
Yeah.
Cup and the Pakistan innings and all that, he looked out of form completely. Now he just like he played a poor shot, so he just needs to
अभी
get back into
अभी
rhythm.
मोदी बाबा का भी मोदी के बाबा का भी आशीर्वाद आ गया तो soon enough he'll be in his form too.
Yeah, I think like the thing is one thing for me, the positive about the dismissal was it was not it was a terrible ball, so he wasn't beaten or anything. He didn't look out of sorts. He actually looked decent before he got out, but he needs to put away those bad shots. And yeah, of course, if he does get out, सवाल तो उठेंगे. वो बोलता भी है केएल राहुल के
कौन?
बारे में शायद पूछ रहे.
Yeah,
Um,
KL बोलता है
अच्छा.
बहुत times.
Also, yeah, from the captain's point of view, anything that wanted to discuss? Rohit Sharma, Pat Cummins, what would you want to see different, Vinay? Because like Australia right now, everybody's saying it's going to be a one-sided series, but what I'm saying is that India needed to be a one-sided series. If anything happens, one loss here and there, then Australia are back in it, and India's World Test Championship is going to be on the line. So, from Australia's point of view, what can they do different? What would you like to see them do to at least give India competition in this Test match?
Not be scared and play the natural game because I think there's too much on their minds that oh इतना spin हो रहा pitch ये हो रहा ये चीजें हो रही I think it's a playing a lot of things on their mind and it's all the mindset that is probably giving them trouble. So it's just the kind of mindset that they need to bring into the test match that whatever happens we just play our game and we stay in the game and we fight for the game. That's it.
Green in for Renshaw, head in for Hanscom. I think they'll get Green in for Renshaw. They'll also probably bring in the spinner, right? Kuman or Agar for one of the players.
I think it'll be Koeman for Renshaw and Head might come in as well,
I
and
don't see.
they might drop Boland,
I
and they
don't
might
see
not
Travis
play
Head
Stark.
playing. I'll tell you why I don't see Travis Head playing. It's just he could well play, but the reason is that they dropped him after being such good form. Why? Because he cannot play in Asia or like he suffers against spin. So you're giving you already given the opposition this thing. अगर उसको चुपचाप खिला
Yeah.
दिया उन्हें out हो गया, then they could have dropped him. But
I
by
think I
dropping him in the
think
first India,
the
this
reason he didn't play to honestly the reason he didn't play the last game was just because of all the hype that the pitch had about left-handers.
he could have played instead of Renshaw. Vinay, Renshaw
I
also left.
know, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's what Australia had their mindset. Like, it played with their mindset, and that's why they made that force change. I think that was the reason. They need to stick to their own, what they are actually capable of, rather than playing according to what is happening here and there. They should play to their own team strength, right? And that's where I think they lost that plot in the first test.
Yeah, Agar for Boland Fez. Shall I price asking?
Yeah, possibility is there because Agar, I mean, he did bowl all right. There was nothing that he was getting when you compare it to even like Hazelwood. Field में भी उन्हें catch drop करा था. I mean, it's gonna be harsh, but yeah, that's a big possibility considering that requirement for spinner. I can see Boland being dropped probably.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think if Green comes in, Boland is getting dropped.
it's exactly the
Yeah,
same.
exactly.
रोहित शर्मा का क्या दिक्कत है आगे स्टार्क लेफ्ट आर्म will he मतलब struggle against the left arm, do you think, Vinay?
I think it'll be because usually Kotla is a green top. I'm not sure. I didn't see the pitch report this time, but usually it is a green top, and there'll be some swing and bounce at the start. So I think they might
There's a
exploit
brown
that.
patch
And
again on the left-hander area. There's a brown patch there again.
yeah, because see, that's the thing, right? Like Australia has too many left-handers, and I think India is playing smart with that part that they're doing this probably the pitch where left-handers play is going to be difficult, and I think it's playing a lot on their mindset. Australia, I think they need to overcome that. That's when they're going to perform well.
Oh yeah, problem
Otherwise, it's
सबसे
going to
बड़ा
be
ये anticipation,
yeah,
anticipating everything,
exactly,
anticipating the bounce. You see, like even in their batting, हर चीज पहले से पहले वहम आके they're going for shots that it's like इधर spin हो जा रहा उधर spin हो जा रहा तो वो हैबत में ज्यादा खेल रहे rather than like reading and
exactly.
just waiting. And you see Smith's approach in the second innings that was commendable because he learned from Jadeja and Akshar. You have to come on the front foot also and play, and you have to sort of spoil the rhythm of the bowlers. ये सब चीज़ें नहीं कर रहे थे. Warner also took his time. He was understanding, but then he started laughing and परेशान. The difference in Rohit Sharma's smile after getting beat and Warner's smile after he got beat, you could see the difference. Like he was still parishan, but Rohit Sharma didn't give a damn because he was confident in his ability. But I think it's just that anticipation factor has to stop for Australia and just play in the moment and let everything else go.
Yeah,
There's
like too many. They're trying like too many reverse sweep, A sweep, O sweep. Like I think everything is just playing on their mindset. They're not playing to their strength. They're just succumbing to what they're probably thinking at this point. It's just not the Australian template, and they need to go back to their template. They need to stick to their strengths, and they need to perform according to that. Like Langer, when he was coach, he's played in these conditions, and back in the day, like I know Matthew Hayden was the only guy who used to sweep so much against India and stuff. But apart from that, no one actually played that kind of shots and stuff. And they don't need to go back to that template or anything. That's not their strength. So whatever is their strength, they need to stick to that.
If Cameron Green comes in, he'll definitely play that sweep. He has that reach as well. That will really
Yeah.
help them. I think playing those counter-attacking innings, he's someone who can, because of his long reach and everything. I think he'll be okay playing the spinners. Again, if it spins that much, no one can handle Jadeja and Ashwin. Like, that will be a big boost for them. David Warner, and pressure on him now, because even the Australia media is saying that if he doesn't perform, he'll get dropped. His record in India has been very poor over the years. And again, getting out first the fast bowler, then against Ashwin before he got out, he struggled a lot. So David Warner, a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, David Warner has been having a lot of problems in Test, and it's been the last year. वो एक century South Africa में जो against मारा उससे पहले भी he was having a tough time. There were a lot of eyes on him. फिर वो scandal हुआ, फिर scandal से बाद से ही छोड़ा ये सब चीज़ें, फिर वो बीच में उसको थोड़ा 100 या कुछ हो गया था बीच में, तो वहाँ जाके कुछ मारा. But he looked very nervous, man. Even in the match against, like, he got the ball, he got out, he didn't even look like he was in the zone or in the game. His mind was somewhere else. He missed the line of the ball that Shami bowled to him, and I think he just he completely lost himself. Big challenge for him, and obviously from Travis Head's perspective also, I would think, like, I'm playing consistently well and you're giving a chance to David Warner. That is also a little bit unfair. I know the positions are different, but yeah, it's just something that you can think of as well.
Recently, didn't Warner hit a 200?
Yeah, in Australia.
Yeah, that's what against South Africa.
Yeah,
against
in
South
Australia.
In Australia, but they're talking
Yeah,
about his record in India, like his past record, and like currently he's looking out.
no, that's fine. Like I think first innings in the last game, I think that was a shocker of a dismissal for him. The way he got out. I think the second innings was genuinely a very good ball that he got out to. He was playing much better in the second innings, and he was looking more confident, I think. But he got out to a really good ball. So I can't blame him for the second innings, but first innings definitely he struggled in that. He was more on the back foot. He wasn't coming on the front foot, and that's where he lost the battle there.
So just take a few comments. फैज अगर लड़की दिल तोड़े तब इतना इफेक्ट नहीं होता जितना कोई केएल राहुल को बैक कर रहा है. यहाँ तारीफ करे फैज
वो है ना, लड़के से डरने लगता
भैया
है, केएल से लगता है.
क्यों मुस्ती तुम वापस केएल राहुल को ले मूव ऑन ब्रो मूव ऑन.
केएल राहुल को द्रविड़ और रोहित शर्मा ला रहे, लेकिन मुस्ती नहीं ला रहे.
एग्जैक्टली यही तो बोल रहा हूँ मैं. Australia left-hand batsmen are their impact players, so India are playing smart by making it tough for left-handers. But look, I think that's a psychological thing what Vinay is saying, because your two left-handers, Jadeja and Akshar, they smashed it. So I don't think it's really troubling left-handers. They're playing mind games over there by like.
Okay, go back to the previous comment. Sorry, go back to the previous comment.
अगर लड़की
नहीं ये वाला नहीं. See, impact play यहाँ पे यूसुफ भाई बात कर रहे हैं impact players की. Who are your impact players in your batting lineup? It's Labuschagne and Smith. Are they left-handers? No, they're right-handers. Right. So it's not how the pitch is made and stuff. It's about the psychological effect. I think that's where India has won already. Right, and that's what is playing in Australian minds, and they just need to overcome that aspect and just play the natural game.
श्रेयस अय्यर 100 कमिंग क्योंकि दिल्ली में इतना बाउंस ही नहीं होता शॉर्ट बॉल केएल राहुल इतना पनौती है. 199 आउट गया है रूट पे. He got out for 199 in England, right?
Yeah, not on route. It was on Adil Rashid.
Vinay,
he bowled. No. He bowled like look, Adil Rashid. He bowled a leg spinner. And इंडिया में भी हुआ था रूट पे, उस पे आउट हुआ था. Yes, he went out for a cut or something for 199. He got out there also.
That was in India.
Yeah, that was in India. One in England as well. He got out on Adil Rashid.
on
199.
Adil Rashid. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Predictions tomorrow, Fez, who's winning the toss, who's winning this game, and the man of the match.
India winning the toss. I'm going to bat first.
Bat first. Vinay,
I think India is going to bowl first.
who's winning the
And
toss, Vinay? Because last time, I know what you did last time. You said
I
India should
told,
win the toss and bowl. You said India should win the toss and bowl. But yeah,
yeah,
they lost the toss and
I'm
bowl.
sticking to the same thing. I'm sticking to the same thing. Like here, for me, I think the day one pitch is much more crucial for bowling. I think for India, they need to bowl. For me, I'm gonna stick with that. I know you and Don will disagree completely with me, which I don't care about most of the times. But I'm pretty sorry. If I was a captain, irrespective of whatever someone says to me, I would have definitely chosen bowling because these pitches, the Indian pitches, I think they play a lot more better in the first innings. And once you're coming to that second innings batting, I think it gets a little more easier for the batsmen and stuff because they've already kind of seen what the pitch is kind of doing. So I think from that perspective, I'm gonna say India gonna bowl first.
There was a period when in the first innings when Alex Carey was batting along with Hanscom, दो तीन boundaries
Yeah.
पड़ गए थे like एक दो ही over में. वो time पे Rohit Sharma started like you could see the stress on his face. So from
Yeah.
seeing that stress, I don't think he'll also want to bat first. But you got it right, have 50% right last time that bowl first and win. But they lost the toss. I don't think he was looking to bowl first. That's all I'm saying. But
No,
yeah,
I
Yes,
let's.
understand.
God.
See, from my perspective again, I'm not talking about what Rohit Sharma is going to do or anything. From my perspective, India has better chances if they bowl second. Oh, sorry, if they bat second. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And yeah, also to your predictions for tonight, there's a massive game in the Europa League. Who would have thought? These two teams not playing Champions League football, playing Europa League football. But yeah, we don't care about this result. But we got a result
2-0.
yesterday.
Yeah. 2-0. 2-0 today.
You say 2-0 to United?
Yeah.
Bro, they're playing Barcelona. They're top of the league in La Liga.
Doesn't
फैस
matter.
चलिए तुम क्या नाराज
Doesn't
करते
matter.
हो आज मूड ऑफ कर
Doesn't
गया
matter.
भाई का
हाँ, केएल राहुल की वजह से मूड ऑफ हो गए. क्या परेशान कर दिए तुम आज केएल राहुल के.
yeah I'm just feel bad for
भैया
myself अगर
इमोशनल हो गए भैया यार. तुम ऐसे क्यों
केएल
करते
अगर
हैं यार मुझसे. मुझसे गलत बात है. ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए तुम.
केएल अगर डक पे आउट हो गया कल मेरा
इट्स
तो
ओके, इट्स ओके फैज भाई थोड़ा मुंह और
क्या
पहुंच
हुआ?
लो थोड़ा. अभी आप मुंह धोने गए, समझ गए हम लोग, तो थोड़ा मुंह
मुंह
पहुंच लो,
धोने
ठीक हो जाएगा सब कुछ.
मुंह धोने तो क्या थोड़ी देर में, बट लाइक नहीं, इंटरनेट टकरा था. मेरे को
what's
क्या
your
होने का
prediction
है? For what?
the United Barcelona game
Hey, United gonna win 3-0, bro. Easy.
what are you talking about so I'm going to I think
पेड्री गावी को साथ जेब में डाल लेने वाला कैच मेरा.
there's also Frankie Ramdial
उसको तो क्लोज लाइन टैना किच मारेगा, क्लोज लाइन नहीं मारेगा टैना का गेम. नहीं आता
ब्रो. कैसेमीरो इज बैक. गेम
Bro,
चेंज
I
हो जाता
understand
पूरा.
that. I understand that. But
गेम चेंज हो जाता, वही गेम चेंज हो जाता.
you're playing the La Liga leaders right now, informed
No,
team.
100%.
Playing
I
great
mean, if you
football.
look
They
at
have
the last
Lewandowski in
game,
the wings. They've got some really quality players, man. It's not going to be that easy as.
It's not going to be easy, but it's not going to be easy. But Rashford's going to score again.
Do it once. Yeah. Chirag bhai, India can't bowl. How will our best batter KL bat in the fourth innings?
फोर्थ इनिंग्स आना ही नहीं भाई. फोर्थ इनिंग्स आना ही नहीं. एक ही इनिंग्स होना.
हैरी ब्रुक एंड गिल
कौन आगे जाएगा गुड बैट्समैन बन सकता है 3 फॉर्मेट का? बहुत अच्छा सवाल है फैज, आप अगर आंसर करना
I think at this point of time अगर अपन देखें, because Gill doesn't have a very huge track record when you compare it to Harry Brook in tests, I would go with Harry Brook because this guy in Pakistan
it's
also
similar.
is not.
How many? He has 5 tests. Shubman has what? 4
But then,
tests?
Yeah, and he scored like
Shubman Gill is
century.
a opener. Shubman Gill is an opener versus Harry Brook, third
I
down,
mean, see,
fourth
that
down
is a
batsman.
different situation. I mean, in terms of like format, तीनों भी खेल रहे हैं. In that, just let's keep it to that. I would still say right now at this point it be Harry Brook. In T20 also he smashed it, and yeah, I think for me right now at this point.
केएल राहुल के अगेंस्ट बात करना शुरू करे तो खत्म. उड़ गए.
भैया अटक गए, आगे वापस.
आगे वापस
No,
चल.
it's getting
Uh,
stuck. Wait.
I would go Shubman Gill all three formats because I
तभी
think
तभी फैज भाई उड़े जा रहा है जैसे ही तुम बोले ना शुभमन गिल थ्री फॉर मैच दैट मींस राहुल हैज नो स्कोप.
call Don and tell him your defense is in trouble and Ketia's in the room. I'm gonna send you a song. It's gonna be stuck in your head today. Okay, it's a crazy song. But yeah, Faz, I'm gonna go Shubman Gill because I think Harry Brook.
फैज भाई वापस अटक गए देखो.
नहीं है वनडे में अभी तक उन्हें like शुभमन गिल has scored 100 on all formats right now. Harry Brook वनडे में अभी तक he hasn't performed to that level. In T20s पाकिस्तान को पहला मगर T20 वर्ल्ड कप में थोड़ा सा he struggled and test matches he's outstanding. So yeah. I'm just
I
gonna
mean,
go
it's
down.
almost the same, but like, yeah, probably, yeah,
Your
maybe your pick is
defense
Shubman.
is in trouble.
Yeah.
Ketia's in the room. Yeah, Vinay, you Shubman Gill or Harry Brook?
None. KL Rahul
No.
for me. फैज भाई को थोड़ा खुश करेंगे आज. नहीं नहीं.
अरे भाई.
For me, I think Shubman Gill is much more temperamental at this point than Harry Brook. I think he's like coming at the top of the innings. I think he's played with a lot more maturity, especially in the last couple of series against New Zealand and stuff. So I think for me, Shubman Gill at this point.
Yes, and Vinay, the Australian women have won by 10 wickets, 113 for 0. You wanted them to be more emphatic.
Sad day.
more
Sad day.
clinical.
Tomorrow,
Are you satisfied?
Huh?
Are you satisfied with this performance or not yet? You feel that
I'm satisfied with the Australian performance, yes.
How are you
Yeah,
going to be
that's what I'm
satisfied,
asking.
bro? Oh, Sri Lanka lost. What's wrong with you? What? You
No,
have
the
to be
reason why
like
I'm
sympathetic.
the reason why I'm asking
I don't
him is
care about
because
Sri
he was
Lanka,
not
bro.
happy with
ये
the
बोलते
Bro,
रहते मुस्ती फालतू बकवास करते रहते.
My black
series
armband,
you-
bro. Sri Lanka just lost my black armband.
नहीं
Yo,
है तो- मैं इसे पूछ रहा हूँ आपको because not because of Sri Lanka. I'm asking you because you were not happy with the way Australia were playing in the first two matches. So are you more happy with this performance?
I didn't see the performance. I didn't see the game. I was doing the show here. I was doing the show here. So based on that, I can't comment on that.
Are you happy with the scorecard?
I am happy with the scorecard for Australia, but till the time I see the highlights, I'm not commenting on it. Whether I'm convinced or not.
I'm telling you, they're a solid team, man. It is going to take a crazy individual knock to knock them out. It's
That's
possible.
gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Don't worry. They'll lose one against the Minnows soon enough.
But out of the teams, who's the most impressive for me? It's been Australia.
I think it'll be dependent on the India versus England. No, it'll be dependent for me on the India versus England game. Then I'll decide between Australia, India, and England because India, like Richa Ghosh coming of age and playing two massive innings in the last two games. I think all the limelight was with Mandana and Harmanpreet Kaur, and for some odd innings it was Jamima Rodriguez and stuff. I think this World Cup has shown that there's Richa Ghosh as well. She's arrived. She's made her name in the first two innings as well. So I think I'm gonna wait for that India versus England game before I decide who's a better team this World Cup.
But Mustafa, wasn't there like news about Bangladesh ke jo team hai, they alleged like some spot fixing or something?
Spot fixing. They said that she was approached and the team said they knew about it. So there will be investigation, I feel. So let's see what happens. कल KL सोच रहा है IPL में लखनऊ की वो पिच देख डर गया है. IPL की सोच रहा है टॉप 4 में नहीं जाएगा फिर तो या वो लखनऊ की
everybody in this chat has become anti KL Rahul.
KL राहुल मैं यही तो बोल रहा हूँ बेचारा लाइक उसकी गलती थोड़ी है लाइक
खैर मेरा तो फैंटेसी पिक इसका मेरा तो फैंटेसी पिक है वही तो I cannot say anything if he gets me runs tomorrow I just have a brilliant cricketing mind. नहीं मजाक करो but yeah again like he's in the team I support him but yeah I mean, I'm not having high hopes.
You're sitting on two fences here. You're covering all bases. You're covering all bases. मतलब कोई तुम्हारे को अटैक ही नहीं करना अब अगर उन्हें रन मारा तो बोला रन
अटैक करो but counter attack के लिए भी तैयार just like that.
Yeah, I think that wraps it up.
इसको देखो ने क्या भाई क्या एक्टिंग करे काम की हाइलाइट्स
नहीं मैसेज लिख रहा मैनेजर वो कर रहा मैसेज कर रहा टीम्स में सो आई एम जस्ट पिंगिंग
मैनेजर को बोलते एक बार
नहीं कर लो
हाइलाइट्स देख
भाई,
के आ रहे हैं बोल के मगर या ओके
नहीं
देन
नहीं
we'll
कर
take
लो
your
काम
leave
कर लो भाई.
everybody. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining us. We really appreciate it. It was a very good chat. I had a lot of fun. Tomorrow we'll be back reviewing the first day of India and Australia, and let's see what the team, what the team composition is, who's going to win the toss and everything. एक बात पता है आपको आईपीएल में फास्ट 50 आईपीएल किसकी है? फैज बताइए.
इसकी I think. इसकी I think.
कितने कितने बॉल?
18 या 20 balls में कुछ मारा था. I
नहीं
think,
नहीं
yeah.
नहीं.
KL Rahul is second. It's Pat Cummins, I think, was first.
कितने बॉल है दोनों के?
I think it's
विनय किसका है फास्टेस्ट 50 आईपीएल में?
14 balls. 14 balls. 14
किसका?
balls.
आई थिंक
Cummins
कमिंस
and
का
KL
था
Rahul.
14 बॉल्स का.
केएल का
Yeah,
भी
both.
14 है शायद. चेक कर लो.
Yeah,
I think it's 14.
both. Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
see?
incredible. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
baby.
incredible.
But Pat
Who was
Cummins is first.
the fastest 50 I've ever seen live on TV was Yuvraj Singh. 12 बॉल
Yeah,
में
12 बॉल.
खतरनाक मारा.
36
पहले सनत जसूरिया मारा था.
हाँ?
उससे पहले सनत जसूरिया भी मारा था एक टाइम पे.
शाहिद भाई भी है in the conversation.
शाहिद
शाहिद भाई
भाई भी
क्या
है,
ऑलराउंडर थे यार. शाहिद भाई incredible player man.
शाहिद
Fastest
भाई
100.
मुस्तफा के बीपी का हाफ रीजन थे.
How? Because he's so good. Like I wanted him out, bro. He's incredible. Match winner, bro. शायद भाई 2009 IPL जीता है. IPL नहीं, sorry. 2009 World Cup जीता है.
One half of his career was bowling. One half of his career was batting, and then the other half was bowling. There was no togetherness.
He came in as a bowler. They tried him as a pinch hitter and he worked out. वैसा हो गया था.
पिंच भी नहीं था ने, टच भी नहीं था ने. कभी-कभी टच करता था, कभी-कभी पंच मारता था. वैसा था उसका.
जब फॉर्म में थे तो कोई नहीं रोक सकता था उनको. Vinay, any last thoughts?
Dear sir, sorry. I
Sorry.
was in the washroom.
सॉरी मैं मैनेजर को कुछ रिप्लाई कर रहा था. व्हाट वाज द क्वेश्चन?
कर लो.
No, any
Okay,
last
कर
thoughts?
No last thoughts, man. KL Rahul will perform next by Faiz bhai को upset नहीं करने का इतना.
That is the last thought. Because if KL Rahul doesn't perform, it will be your last thought. Like it will be your last thought.
फैज भाई को तुम बहुत अपसेट किए पूरे शो. ऐसे सताना नहीं है फैज भाई को अपने. को-होस्ट है तुम्हारे, ऐसे नहीं करना.
कल अपसेट हो गया, आज ना अपसेट हो गया, कल कौन होंगे देखेंगे फिर. But yeah, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for joining. I really appreciated everybody in the comments. Please join us tomorrow as well. Hit that like and subscribe button fast. Thank you so much for your input. Vinay, thank you so much for your input. I will catch you guys tomorrow hopefully. Until then, take care. आप कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हैं?
अभी सॉरी आई जस्ट स्पोर्ट्स हेरी के वो उनकी शादी थी सुशांत भाई के.
I think धीरज भाई का था. I don't know. सुशांत भाई की शादी.
One of them.
धीरज भाई की शादी थी 2-3 दिन पहले. आज नहीं देखा मैं. ये 2-3 दिन पहले की बात है. तो मुबारकबाद धीरज भाई को भी.
धीरज भाई को मुबारकबाद. ही इज अ बिग सपोर्टर फॉर दिस शो. सो thank you for being supportive and congratulations on a new married life.
Thank you. Yes, congratulations. बहुत मुबारक. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care. Enjoy the game, everybody. Have fun and catch you tomorrow.